Dang it. I think it's time for a new light. I think it's time for a new... I gotta buy new studio lights. Yeah, this... What is going on here? What is going on here? I mean, it doesn't help that it's... Come on, light. Come on, light. You can do it. I believe in you. And by I believe in you, you better work or you're going in the chip bin. Oh. Got a little bit of light. I need to get new studio lights. It's about that time. Fun fact, if you leave a light on for months on a time, even years, it'll eventually stop working. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm down to one shop light and it's dying quick. And the replacement that I would have had, I could have just swapped to, is already dead because I left it on for like a year in the basement. So yeah, time to hit up Amazon and get some new lights. Figure it's time for some new lighting anyways. How's everyone doing today? It's Tubes Day. It's Tubes Day. We got the Chubby over there. Gonna get that on the bench once I get the support off this. We are actually, I'm not gonna lie. These are the beam sabers for the Gundam. We are getting surprisingly close to the end of having everything printed for the Gundam. I'm not joking. The problem is everything I have left is like CF-PETG. I've got like the last of the white parts printing for the armor. So I've got like 3 boxes of plates of parts like this. Most of the accent parts are done. I finished the skirt. If you saw the stream on Friday, we kind of ended with not much done on the waist. Here's the waist. So we got the panels done and everything. So that was working on Friday. I still have more I got to put together. But yeah, we're getting near the actual end of printing stuff. Now, granted, what's left is few in number, but large in part, like the feet. It takes 6 days to print the 2 feet on the XL. Andrew Rogers, $9.99. Cheers and appreciate it for the Get Thee Some Lights fund. There are 4 lights. Or at least there were, and then half of them stopped working. It is what it is. It do be how it do. Why CF-PETG? Because it's the frame of the Gundam. Essentially, I'm printing everything in the colors that they need to be. So everything's kind of color coded. So I need 4 colors. I need, or 5. I need white, blue, yellow, red, a dark gray, and a black. The dark gray, I'm using anthracite gray, but for the black, I'm using CF-PETG because most of the black parts are also like the skeletal frame of the Gundam. So these are the parts I'm printing now. So I have to print some of the gray parts I already have printed, but pretty much everything that's in black, I still have to print and red. And then a couple pieces for the backpack and the head, and we're pretty much done. So in terms of the timetable, or I'm hoping to have it done in time for 3D Printopia, we should be good to go on that. We should be, I'm using the royal we because we're a community here, we're a team. But we should be good to go. So I should have no problem having this ready. Honestly, my biggest fear now is getting a 6 foot tall, 60 pound Gundam to the event. I'm planning to just sit it in my car, like just literally buckle it up in the back seat. I might have to take parts off of it, like the legs. We'll see how it works. But the plan is to just have it and just drive it. But I'm a little concerned about the border. The last thing I need is some like power tripping US border guard, wondering if this falls under ITAR because I'm bringing a giant robot into the country. I don't think Gundams fall under ITAR. but that is a concern. It's not a concern I thought I'd have to worry about, but now it is a concern I thought I'd have to worry about. So, yeah. So I gotta glue these together. You can live in this bin. I've got like, just so you're aware, I've got like 5 different bins of parts back here. I also have a Gundam torso. This whole back area is just filled with stuff. Okay, so what are we doing today? I got my 3D printed knives. I don't know what I'm going to do with these now, but I have a bunch of 3D printed knives. If you didn't watch the weekend's video, go watch it. It was fun. They might tax my Gundam. Well, hopefully, if they tax anything, hopefully it's the Gundam and not the 3D printer I'm bringing, because I'm bringing a printer for Gloop. So I'm bringing a printer, I'm bringing a Gundam, so I have to drive, because there is no way in heck I'm checking a Gundam in my baggage. I don't... Can you check a Gundam? Can you check a Gundam? Would it count as carry-on? I don't think it'll fit in the little carry-on thing. Can you check a Gundam? I gotta clean this. This mat is covered in gloop now. Ugh, it's all dirty. Okay. Make some room. So you go over here, you go back there, you stay there. Human-sized dummy 13. A lot of people have done big dummy 13s. Yeah, that's cool and all, but it's not a Gundam. Like, it's a Gundam. It's a Gundam. You ordered a Panda Edge? Cool. If you ordered it off AliExpress, hopefully you used my affiliate link. Okay. Are we ready to rock here? Are we ready to rock? So what are we doing today? I lied. Remember last stream how I said I would figure out the end stop situation off stream, and then that way we can jump right into Calico today? That was a bold-faced dirty lie. We're doing end stop stuff today because we're gonna do some CAD work today. And then also for those wondering, you are correct, there was no stream on Saturday. Saturday, I did not get home until like way after 8 o'clock. And I was not in a streaming condition. We did some family stuff. Was out and about with the family doing family shenanigans. So where'd I put that end stop? So yeah. It was really nice. Had a nice family. Some family was staying from out of town at an Airbnb out by the water, so spent the afternoon there. That was fun. Got your Earthtopia travel. I still gotta book my hotel room, but I'm driving, so it's like worst case, I literally just show up and then I figure out something. So what do we gotta do today? So here's the problem. This is the takeoff tool head. I tried getting Sensorless to work. I actually did try getting Sensorless to work. After the stream ended, I faffed around with it some more. I jumped the things that I'm supposed to jump in a very not safe way. Hopefully I didn't break anything. I don't think I did. But TLDR, I don't know why Sensorless just is not working. We're not gonna faff around with it. So we got an end stop. The problem is we gotta make it work. So I gotta figure out how to attach an end stop to here so that it will activate on there. And I think we have a pretty easy solution because of the fact that we already have a bracket here. We already have a pretty solid plastic thing here. So if all goes well, I should just be able to like mount it here. And then it'll just activate off of this guy. One of the, this guy. So essentially we just need to figure out how to mount this under here. And then it comes up and it goes click and it activates. So we got to take this board off. So we'll take you off and take you off. So I'm going to take some pictures here for reference, because I think this actually won't be that hard of a thing to do. Because we might be able to cheat. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So if we can cheat, we'll cheat. If we can't cheat, we'll still cheat. Right? When in doubt, cheat. And then also, while I'm doing this, and by this I mean undoing all the work we did last stream, if you have not entered, every stream we give away a spool of polymaker filament. So enter for your chance to win. Link in the video description. Get up on that, enter, and you might walk away today with a fabulous prize of free filament. Everyone likes free filament. Put a 2 in chat if you do not like free filament. I shouldn't see any number 2s in chat, because everyone likes free filament. Everyone likes free filament. Oh, my LTT store screwdriver's inside. Oh, I see people putting 2 in chat. You are bold-faced, dirty liars, and that will haunt you to the ends of time. So we have this, we got the board off. And now we gotta take this off. So we might end up having to reprint this. I got a feeling we're gonna have to reprint this, because the plan is essentially take these screws off. I will show you what the plan is here. Put this back on. Okay, I just had an Allen. Oh. Okay. Got a spool of white Polylite PLA Pro and it's bad. Yeah, white filament is always going to be a nightmare. It's like, just white filament is a nightmare. It just is what it is. Okay, so here's the thinking. Okay, this mounts onto the side of this. We need to put an end stop on here. There's nowhere to mount it to the actual takeoff, okay? There's some extra holes up here, like on the side, but there's nowhere to really mount an end stop to. So the thinking is, this mounts here. We can mount an end stop to the bottom of this, so it sits kind of like this, so that it impacts on this screw. Simple as that. So the question is, how much room do we have to work with here? That is the question. So instead of transferring the files using a proper way, I'm just going to dump these photos in the Discord, so that way I can look at them on my computer. Because if you've ever been on the Discord and you see me upload a picture to a channel, and then you see the picture get deleted after like a couple minutes, it's because I was too lazy to transfer it off my phone the proper way, and I just threw it to Discord and then I downloaded it. It's my little hack for getting pictures on the computer. So as you can see here, we have a little bit of space under here where we can mount a switch. Okay. And it's got to be basically in line with this end stop. So it's got to line up there and it's got to sit under there. So that means we can just put it right here, essentially. So essentially, we want to mount it right about there. Okay, right about there. So we have a couple ways of doing this. I can either like really hacky drill a hole in this and just tap it and put a bunch of glue and call it a day. Or we pull out the CAD, we do some CAD work, and then we reprint it and do it the proper way. Now, personally, let's see here. CAD, you guys want to do some CAD? Okay, we will do some CAD. Also, I need to load one of these with some ABS. So, home, filament, a load. This will also give us a chance to try out, apparently there's new profiles for the Core 1s that make it like much better when it comes to not vibrating. So we'll try out the new Prusa Core 1 profiles as well. We'll see how that goes. Sign in. Stay signed in. Verification. Fusion makes it harder and harder every time I use it to not hate it. I swear, Fusion is just like, yeah, we're just gonna do random updates. That's just gonna be annoying. Because it used to be, now you gotta like sign in through your browser. And now there's like QR codes and like codes that get emailed to you. Don't ask me again. No, remind me later. Go to product. Fusion. Okay, Fusion. Now do your thing. That's why you suffer with FreeCAD. Thing is, I already know Fusion. That's my problem. My crux is the fact that I know Fusion already. And by know Fusion, I mean like, I kinda, not really, but I'll make do. Okay, actually, this might be a problem because I don't know where I saved this file at. Oh, here we go. Hopefully this is the right file. It is! Look, look. Oh. So there is my Jupiter mount. Look, look, look. I've done some CAD. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some finagling here. We're gonna have to do a little faffing about because we gotta kind of figure out like how this sits. So essentially, we're just gonna make a little rectangle on here with 2 holes. But it's got to sit up to clear the plate. So let's do this. Let's create sketch. We will sketch off this surface. And okay. So how big are these micro switches? They are approximately 11, 12, 13 millimeters long by 7 millimeters. So 13 by 7. So it's 13. About 7. Boom. Now the fun part is I need some clearance because that needs to sit out. Yoink. There we go. How much clearance do we need? Clearance, 1 millimeter. So we got 1 millimeter of clearance, and the switch is smaller, so 1 millimeter. Okay. So extrude. Okay, you'll see what I'm doing here in a second. Nope. I just don't want to enter. 0.5. There we go. Where's my sketch? Give me my sketch back. Give me my sketch back. One. Okay. There we go. Yeah, fill it. All the fillets. There we go. Okay, so now I got to figure out the stupid hole spacing. So these are, what are these? KW10 micro switches. So where is KW10 micro switch? Dimensions. Oh, perfect. There we go. There we go. Show me the sketch. There it is. Okay, cool. So it is, oh wow, 13 by 7. Wow, I was kind of close enough. Okay, so these holes are 6.5 millimeters on center, and they are, why don't you tell me how far up they are? So if this is 6.5, where is the on center for the hole? Where's the dimension for the hole this way? Well, I mean, actually, we could probably infer that this is a 2 millimeter hole. So it's probably up. I know, incomplete drawings are a bitch. It's like 1 3/4. And that's just me eyeballing it. We'll just go with 2 mil. Go with 2 mil. Okay. And sketch again. Line, where's the center? There's the center. So we'll just go like, I don't know, 1.75. And then what was it on center? What are these lines on center? 6.5, so 3.25. .25. .5. Circle. So we're self-tapping, so 1.75. Circle. 1.75. That'll work there. Extrude. -10. Punch a hole right in there. Cool. There we go. So that should be a decent spot now to mount our PCB. And that'll mount there. And then there we go. Does that look good, class? Are we good? A little chamfer there. Do a little chamfer. Is that good? The hole is 2.5. That is a clearance hole. I'm not putting clearance holes in. I need holes that I can tap into. So it's 2 mil for clearance, but we don't want clearance. We want self-tapper. So I did 1.75 so we can tap, tap, tap. Those are fillets? I know they're fillets. Chamfers go on the bottom, fillets go on the top. Okay, so now we got to print this. So let's load some filament up in here. By the way, if you're wondering about the filament situation with the Gundam, the tower of empty spools is now as tall as me. So if you're wondering how much we've been printing for the Gundam, that much. Okay, I need some filament for this. Do I have any black ABS? I might actually not have black ABS. Actually, I might have something I want to try. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, hello, spider. Move you. Where are you? Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. I know it's in here somewhere. Unless I got rid of it. I might have gotten rid of it. Might have put it somewhere else. Really? I don't have it anywhere? I thought I still had it. Oh, I might have put it in storage. Yeah, it's probably downstairs. I have some like fire resistant ABS I was looking for, but I don't know where I put it. I had some really Gucci fire resistant ABS, but I don't know where I put it. It was like a sample container of some stuff. It's fire resistant ABS. What are you? What are you? Oh, you know what? We'll use this. Oh, ESD ABS. We'll use that. Does that sound good, class? That sounds good. Caution, brittle material. ABS ESD. Okay. Oh, I've got plenty of ABS, but I actually don't have a lot of black ABS. Most of the ABS I have, I need to dry. But it's on big spools that have been sitting out for a bit. The estimate on the way to the finished Gundam, 40 to 60 pounds easily. Like, it's going to be easy 40 to 60 pounds. Okay, I just broke that filament. When they said it was fragile, they weren't kidding. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Oh no, it popped off the spool and now it's brittle and it's popped off the spool and I don't want to break it and be gentle. Ah! Okay, there we go. Insert the filament. There you go. Suck it in. There we go. Okay. So, Prusa Slicer apparently has some new profiles, so we got to update this. So, configuration, check for configuration updates. So apparently there's some new profiles that are supposed to be very less noisy. Is this ABS or ASA? ABS. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, Waiting for that to heat up. What? I still have it. 1 second. Let me put on live chat so I can see all the chat. Okay, so. So let's remove me from that list so you guys don't accidentally see stuff I'm not supposed to show you. You know, I don't think there's actually any. Let me just double check. I don't think there's anything in there. Oh, it froze. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Our belt tuning? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played with the belt at all since I got it, so. So we got the high flow core 1. Also, I have it with regular nozzles. We got the Mark IV with input shaper. We got the high flow Mark IVS. We also have it with a 0.4 nozzle. We also have a Mark IV with the MMU3. There we got that. Okay. Next, 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 next. All the filaments. Next, next. Next, finish. There we go. Okay. Did you purge? No, you did not purge. Purge more. Are you not purging? You are not sucking the filament in at all. And you broke again. Uh-oh. This is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be a nightmare. God, it fell off the spool again. Nothing is more annoying than filament that like is really new on a spool, not staying on the spool. Stop. You're not loaded. Okay. It's making funky noises. ABS, load ABS. Come on. Oh my God. Oh, come on. Ah. 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 It's not loading. What do you mean it's not loading? What do you mean it's not loading? Oh, there we go. Ooh, that is making clicking noises. Why is it making clicking noises? That is... Okay, this is like soaking wet. Also, why are you clicking? Why are you clicking? Are you even loaded? No, you just straight up broke. I mean, I think you're loaded. Okay, whatever. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. PC load letter, yeah. Okay, so Prusa Core 1. This one does have a high flow nozzle. So we delete that. The filament is Buddy 3D. ASA. Is Buddy 3D in here? Buddy 3D, yeah. ABS ESD. Okay. Now we go here. Fun fact, for those that you just go here, you select your body, you right click, save as mesh, save as an STL. we're just going to put you in the downloads folder. We're going to call you Jupiter mount vert with end stop. There we go. Save. Okay. Now, pull you up. Downloads a Jupiter mount vert with end stop. Oh no, I'm that guy. I did not. I did not orientate my part. I'm bad. There we go. Send to connect. Core 1. Go. There we go. So in the meantime, let's do some soldering because we have to solder this up and wire this up. So, oh hey, look, we got some wires here. We'll just use these wires. Why not? They're already here. Might as well use what we got, right? Or actually, I might cheat a little bit more. Let's see here. Because we need to figure out where we need to actually wire this up to. Luke's lab, Jupiter. Required profiles for just, I think they're just for the core 1 because they, okay, so I got to figure out where the end stops. I think these are end stops. So that's not an end stop. So where would you wire end stops up on this? Because I have ground switch 0, ground switch 1. So where would you put an end stop on here? Or is it this guy? I think it's this guy. No, that's another fan. Where do you wire up an end stop on a Jupiter? It's got to have end stop. It's got to have end stop mounts. Somebody told me it had end stop mounts. It better have end stop mounts. Two thermistors, high temperature, beacon port, path through USB MOSFET, step direction and EN breakout with extra alarm pin input. There's got to be an end stop on here. Ground step direction EN. Oh. Okay, mine's different than this one. Oh, who cares? You get Steve. I get what you're saying, but for how long it takes for somebody to, like, if you are releasing one file, okay, whatever. But nothing is more annoying than downloading a zip of like 20 different files and nothing is orientated. Nothing. It takes 2 seconds to literally orientate it in a slicer and just save the STL or orientate it in Windows 3D Builder or whatever. It's one of those things that's like, if you're serious about what you designed, yeah, you should definitely be orientating it. It's just one of those things you should just be doing. Anyways, let's start soldering this up. So where'd I put my that? What? I might just do this. We'll just use this. Save a little bit of time. Luke. Let me see. Where's Luke? Luke? I'm just going to DM Luke. Be like, Luke, where is the end stop pins on the Jupiter? There better be end stop pins on this. There better be. Oh, there we go. SW1 and SW2. Oh, okay. So it's just SW1 and SW2. Okay. So mine looks different from this, but essentially it's just ground and SW1 is. So if you look at it right here, there's ground SW1, ground SW2. So those are the end stops. So there's 2 end stops on here. Sweet. Let's do some soldering. I'm going to be cheap and lazy, and I'm just going to reuse the pins from this. Why do more work when I could just use something that's already pinned out? There we go. And just cut the wires and solder them on. So let's see. So you got to go to... about that. Alien Earth premiere. Ooh. Alien Earth. I've heard good things. I've heard good things. Speaking of good things, you guys missed out. We had a fun stream yesterday on Twitch building Gundams. So if you're not following me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. I try to sneak in a couple fun little streams every month where we do stuff I normally wouldn't do on the channel. Like right now we're building Gundam. Like gunplug Gundams, not 6-foot tall Gundams. Every time I try to pull it, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, skip the frickin' 20-minute heat up. We ain't got time for that. There we go. Okay. Now you need to be soldered on. So if you're gonna go like that, we need you like that. Nope. Power. And for those that are like, shouldn't you have an exhaust fan? I do. The fan on my power supply is my soldering exhaust fan. Right? That's totally proper, right? Right? We're good? It's totally legit. Just suck solder fumes. Yeah, it's like adding soldering fumes to your stuff that's already soldered. It just extra solders them, right? You're just ensuring that everything that's already soldered has a better connection. Oop. I almost forgot. Almost forgot. Gonna solder, do it proper. There we go. There we go. Nice and secure. Oh, you are not extruding at all. Stop. Yeah, this filament jammed right up. Yep. Yep, this filament broke in the extruder already. Great. It's just one of those days. Oh yeah, that is not happy. That is not happy printer noises. Yeah, I know, print stop. Okay. This is broken to all hell. That just snapped. Okay. You are absolutely like gone as a filament. You need to be dried. You need to be dried. You go in there. You need to be dried. Let's use some actual normal ABS. Do I have any normal ABS out here? That is a good question. That isn't opened. Are you ABS? What are you? What are you? You're PC. What are you? What are you? What are you? You are PC. How do I not have ABS out here? I mean, I brought a lot of it inside because it's pretty wet out here. What are you? You're ASA light green. I don't want green though. What are you? You're PC. What are you? What are you? What are you? Aha! PA6. No. I'm gonna have to run downstairs and grab a thing of some ABS. Actually, do I have ABS on the wall? What are your PC? You're fire resistant PC. You are. Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's glass filled. Don't want to use glass filled. That's not hardened nozzle. Actually, are you a hardened nozzle? No. Polylite ABS to the rescue. Go with Polylite. The question is, how badly jammed up is this hot end now? Oh, I got a feeling that hot end's jammed right up. I got a feeling we euchred it, guys. I got a feeling it broke that filament off in the throat of the pipe and it's jammed. Well, we'll find out once we get it heated up. If not, I'll just print it on another machine. Actually, we'll see if we can load this fire resistant stuff in here. I think this has, yeah. Filament, unload. We'll try in this, see if it works in this. I do want to try that stuff. It's just very finicky. Is it a CHT? This one isn't a C. Oh, this one's a CHT. But that shouldn't matter for this. Where did I put the filament at? Oh, it's in the bin there. Is it about 60? I mean, the core 1 chambers have been pretty hot. My garage right now, like I got the AC running behind me, but the garage has been like high 30s the past couple days because of the heat wave. This summer has been stupid hot. Like this summer has been obscene in terms of the temperatures. Like I legit can't believe how hot it's been the last little bit. Oh, you are jammed 6 ways from Sunday. Yeah, this thing is stupidly jammed. Great, that means I gotta faff around with that. Well, we'll see how it goes with this guy. We'll see how it goes on the Mark IV. See how the Mark IV handles this glass filled or this ESD stuff. ABS. See how that works. I mean, half the time I just end up ripping the nozzle out. I just replace the nozzle. Half the time I get a jam on an extruder. It's kind of annoying, unfortunately. Okay, let's see how this one works. Come on. Come on. You know you want to work. Why are you making these clicking noises? I don't like it. I mean, the filament's going in. Oh, okay. It's loaded. Okay, it's loaded. So we are now printing this on a Prusa Mark IV. Input shaper. Slice now. Send to connect. You are going to print on OG Joe. Go. And then while that does that, I'm going to try and fix this nozzle. Of course, everything got a break. Of course, everything's got a break. Come on, we'll just have a fun little stream. We'll just put an end stop on something. Should be fun, should be simple, easy peasy. Yes, nozzle. Drop it in a bucket of acetone. I mean, we could do that. Stop. I think that nozzle's clear. Focus on that, take a picture. I will say it is a bit annoying with the neck extruder that you can't really see what's going on half the time. With it, it just kind of, I'm just going to throw some PLA through it. Actually, no. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh God, what's going? That's not good. It crumbled. It like crumbled. Where is, do I still have, I don't think I have it anymore. I think I got rid of it. Shoot. Looking for the can of compressed air. Oh, there we go. I think I know what happened. Ah! I think it just kind of exploded. I think it just kind of exploded in there. Like I couldn't close the latch all the way, and it just kind of like a bunch of little bits of I think that's what happened when that filament was so brittle. It just exploded in the gears and gummed them up. So we'll see how it works on this, and then we'll try it on here. Also, on the bright side, I got my 1, 2, 3 blocks back. I wish I had more cameras in here. I need like, I honestly wish I had like a half dozen cameras in here so I had better, because like when I'm working on these printers over here, there's no good camera angle for you guys to see, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. Waiting on that bed to heat up. I'm just gonna start them both at the same time and see what happens, I'll be honest. We're just gonna start both these at the same time. So this is core 1, high flow, transfer, and this is just, oh, regular ASA. Would printed 1, 2, 3 blocks be useful? I mean, for just like holding stuff up, they actually probably would be kind of useful. Oh, perfect. Now it's flowing. There we go. Yeah, now it's flowing filament. A little wet, but whatever. So that's that. Send to connect. Core 1, it's not busy, it's ready. We gotta wait for this stupid thing to finish its auto retract. Okay. So core 1 should be busy. Send to connect. Core 1. Ready? Confirmed. There we go. Now we wait. So we just got to wait for one of these, whatever one finishes printing first, we'll use. But essentially, how this is going to work, we now have an end stop that will mount right about here, under here. And this will bounce off of our little XY joint. So now we'll have a physical end stop. So yay. We got that going for us, which is nice. Huzzah. Huzzah! So in the meantime, while we wait for that to print, is there anything you want me to look at? Like any 3D printing news you want to go talk about? Or do you want me to just work on Gundam stuff? Because I do have to glue some stuff together for the Gundam. We might work on Gundam stuff. We might do both. We'll do both. We'll do both. What is this, Pet G? Yeah. Let's do both. I gotta glue some parts on this because this was literally too big to fit on the core 1, so I had to chop it. Gundam stuff. Yeah, Gundam stuff. Everyone likes Gundam stuff. Who doesn't like Gundam stuff? Shake well, let settle 2 minutes before opening. Okay. What? Why are you changing filament? What? Yes? Oh, it broke. It broke again. So it triggered a pause. Oh, this filament is brittle as shit. Yeah, this filament is brittle as heck. It already broke once and caused it to run out. Week of broken filament. I know, eh? The fact that I have to glue these back together is kind of annoying, but you'll never know. There we go. There we go. There's one. No. I got the hair. There we go. It's kind of funny how everything's life size. Again, these are these on the Gundam. So these little swords, these are actually like the beam swords. I love this. The scale of this thing is so stupid. I love it. I love it. Probably needs a good drying. I mean, it's fresh out of the bag. Okay, so that's that. So now we gotta wait. Okay. So what's new and exciting in 3D printing that we can yap about while we wait for this? Hides the crimes. Crimes? What crimes? There are no crimes here. Aw. Kitty. H2D. We went down for a second. We're back. H2D Pro. I mean, that is a thing we can talk about. H2D Pro. Like, okay, contact us. You gotta love it. It's contact us. Okay, so stable Ethernet. So stuff that should have come on the normal, you know, none of this, like this should all just be included on the H2D, but whatever. Print management software, like, I don't know. It just seems very like, buy into our ecosystem where we have full control of everything and you have to do things the way we want them to be done and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. It's a lot of money for, I don't get it. Like 65-degree chamber is nothing. This machine does 65C. Most Vorons will do 65C just by itself, not needing an additional heater. It just seems very like, I know who it's for. It's for business sales. There's a lot of companies that use bamboo machines as their print farm machines, and that's probably a decent segment of their market. So it makes sense for them to go for that. Okay, let's skip the absorbing heat aspect. Let's just go right to printing. That's printing. Or at least it is trying to print. Yeah, it's a successor to the X1E. Bamboo's doing what Bamboo's doing because Bamboo's doing what Bamboo's doing. They're not the only ones. Go read, Joe Prusa just put out a blog post the other day. Joe... let me pull him up here. Prusa. Joe Prusa. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, open desktop hardware is dead. We just don't know it yet. TLDR, for those that really don't know what's going on, you basically, anything that's open source is pretty much already patented in China. Go read this article. It's a pretty good article. But essentially what companies do is they get like a utility patent or whatever in China. This has happened to Voron. Pretty much everything Voron related, including the Voron name, has been claimed by a company in China already. Like they've taken Voron and patented the hell out of it in China and trademarked it and whatever. It is what it is. So what you do is you take open source stuff, you file patents and whatnot in an area where like you have to be in China to dispute this stuff, so you can't. So essentially you get your patent in China, then you use the Chinese patent to get a German patent, I think. And then that allows you to get an American patent. So it basically, and it's like, yeah, you could probably fight a lot of it in court. But the problem with open source is a lot of open source stuff is, not really run with a budget because it's open source. Voron doesn't have lawyers on call. I mean, we've had to, but it's like, so it's just basically, hey, look at all this stuff people have developed. Mine, like, they've gone ahead and patented Prusa stuff. So, yeah. So this is what happened with Prusa. So they took the MMU1, patented in China, granted a utility patent, and then in Germany, and then China. Now they filed it as a utility patent in the USA. So need to add a patent. We have had. Voron has had to deal with stuff. I'm not going to dive into it. It's not my place. But Voron has had to deal with people trying to use the Voron branding, the name. That's why, in case you didn't if you were around when like Saval SV08 first came out and they were heavily using Voron a lot in that early marketing campaign, I was very vocal against that because they're not the first ones to do it, but at least they didn't do it as bad as some other companies have. Yeah. It is what it is. Okay, everything's printing. We got 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes to kill. What are we going to do for 20 minutes, guys? We got 20 minutes to kill. Should provide free lawyers. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. I mean, frick. The US government killed frickin' PBS. Do you really think they're going to provide lawyers for free for patent bullshit? Like, come on. They killed PBS. They're evil. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so another thing we got to design is a mount for this. That one I may have to have it back together to figure out, but we need to figure out a way to mount our drag chain. So the plan is we have the cable attaches to here, and I have a screw here, so I'll just have a block that I can just screw into this. Because let's see here. So let's not origin, Jupiter spacing. So let's roll this. Rotate. Rotate. How do I move? There we go. Yeah, I want to move it. Yeah, I want to move it. Move it. Where's my rotate? Oh my god, it's a giant thingamabobber. Cancel, cancel. Move. No, I want to move the whole components. The bot. I want to move the whole body. There we go. Okay. No. Sometimes Fusion is just stupid. Oh, it's anchored. Why is it anchored? Unground from parent. There we go. Rotate. No, what? Move. There we go. No, I don't. Whatever. Screw it. So that's that. So I need to design something to sit up here. But I got to figure out sizing and whatnot. So I'll figure that all out later. Government doesn't want free stuff, they can't tax it. Well, I mean, I will say, actually, the Core 1 is quieter. I will say, so I've got two Core 1s. I've got Core 1, and then I have Core 1 2. Core 1 resonated before. Like, it just had, like, it would just resonate. It didn't affect print quality or anything. It just resonated. It's not doing it anymore. Because it used to be Core 1, which is my original Core 1, was louder than Core 1 2, which is the one I built. It just, printing the same thing, it was just a little louder. It hit resonance. Now Core 1 2 is the louder one, and Core 1 is pretty quiet. Because Core 1 2, the stuff I'm printing on it, I haven't sliced with the new profiles yet. Interesting. Interesting. I thought about getting a printer here, and they still use Marlin. Dang it, you know, I was gonna get that, like, sports car, but I heard they were still using 4 tires. Marlin's fine. Also, it's not Marlin. Prusa firmware has forked from Marlin so far long ago. It is pretty much their own firmware. It is 32-bit. It's got input shaping. It's got all the bells and whistles you want. It's just highly tuned for their machine specifically. Like, if you not getting it is because it doesn't have Clipper, is a set thing. Somebody here who loves me Clipper, I'm telling you, these machines don't need Clipper. You run Prusa machines, you run them as they come. You have the option to faff around with settings if you want to, but honestly, they work just fine out of the box, and that's how I run mine. So, yeah, the firmware for a Prusa hasn't been Marlin for a long time. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with Marlin. Marlin's a fine firmware. It's just, it depends what you need your printer to do. I like web interfaces and real-time monitoring and being able to upload stuff wirelessly and whatnot. So yeah, something like Clipper RepRap firmware makes a lot more sense for me. But Marlin's just fine. And also these have web interfaces and whatnot. They have their own thing, so. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with your printer. These things are huge. These are the, so now I got to figure out how to put a giant beam saber on the end of this. In the bin. Missing the easy config work. Oh, I know. Being able to just being able to just adjust firmware and hit save and restart is great. Don't get me wrong. But you are really not doing that kind of thing on a Prusa. Like, a lot of the time, if it's an off-the-shelf machine, I personally, like, honestly, I don't like Clipper on a lot of commercial machines. The way a lot of these commercial machines do Clipper, I think a tuned RepRap firmware or Marlin config makes more sense. They go with Clipper because it's, you know, everyone likes Clipper because it's marketing. Ooh, Clipper, it's awesome, and you get the web interfaces built in. And Clipper is nice. Do not get me wrong, but I do not like Clipper in commercial machines. I think the way a lot of these companies have done their Clipper implementation, with the fact that they're now forking Clipper and they have different forks of Clipper that pull from different repositories. And remember, every time you put Clipper on a 3D printer, you are installing a Linux computer in your house. So when you buy that 3D printer from generic company 123 from overseas, and you unbox it and you give it your Wi-Fi credentials and set it up on your home network, that is now a Linux computer living in your house that's connected to the network, that's connected to the internet. Hopefully nothing happens, because remember, it's not the company you have to worry about. It's not Creality or Bamboo or Prusa or any of these companies that make the printer. It's you have to worry about a malicious party getting in, right? Like, I don't think people are going to be turning their 3D printers, like turning 3D printers into crypto farms, but considering how many computers are already part of botnets and whatnot, and also it's a backdoor to your home network. It's like if you were to go up to somebody and be like, hey, would you let me install this Raspberry Pi running Linux in your home network? I'm not going to tell you what's on it. Most people go, no. Hey, will you attach this Raspberry Pi running Linux attached to a 3D printer to your home network? You don't know what's running on it. Oh, of course. So that's what you got to worry about. So I'm a little hesitant when it's, you know, I'll be honest, all the 3D printers in my house right now that are plugged in and running are either running normal Clipper that I have installed myself, or they're a Prusa. The Pantheon's like the only exception. Pretty much every other printer I have in my house plugged in is like either a Prusa or a printer I built. I don't have my Crealities plugged in. I don't have my Bamboos plugged in. Yeah. You're running Clipper on your machines, right, Luke? Or are you still on RepRap? Can't remember. Can't remember what you're running. Waiting on whatever one finishes first. We're waiting on. You're on Calico? Okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. So. You read that article from Joseph and now you're sad. Yep. Why do you think Prusa has stepped back so much from like being all like, they're still like open sources and they give you all the stuff you need to like fix your shit, but it's like, why bother spending all this time and money investing in all this work when a company can just steal it and you have no repercussion? So using open source, it's all right. Yeah. Pressure advance and rep. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I ran RepRap firmware on V226, the Voron downstairs. I ran RepRap on that for years before switching to Clipper finally. So, you want to know what's funny though? Duet Hardware makes really good Clipper boards. So. Can you do that offset to save a life? On what printer? Octoprint. I mean, Octoprint is just an interface. Octoprint is just a way to talk to the printer. So you can have Octoprint with Clipper, you can have Octoprint with Marlin, you can have Octoprint with RepRap firmware. All it is just it's an interface layer. It just passes commands through to the printer over whatever protocol it's connected with, right? So just out of curiosity, what are we doing right now? Well, right now we're waiting on a bracket to print so that we can attach an end stop to this Jupiter board on that so that we can actually get this homing properly. Because I want to get this all set up so that we can actually get Calico installed on it. Or at least I want to make sure it's moving before we go to Calico. Because I want to have a functional config that we know works before going to the cool shit. So we did a little bit of CAD at the beginning of the stream. So right now I have the brackets are printing on 2 printers, a Core 1 and a Mark 4S. And whatever one finishes first is what we're using. Although it'll probably be the Mark 4 with some Buddy 3D ESD ABS. So, and then also I'm printing, you know, parts for a giant Gundam. So. Back when I was still in the TH3D Discord, I had talked to many people out of installing Clipper on their machines. They saw a video on YouTube and thought it would make their printer so much better. It makes your printer, it gives you more quality of life features and a little bit more tuning, but I don't think it's really going to improve your printer itself that much. Like, an ANET's still going to be an ANET with Clipper. Yeah, you have a little bit better motion planning, and, you know, some of the PIDs are a little bit tighter, and, like, some stuff will behave a little bit better, but it's still an ANET, right? Hope that ESD ABS doesn't have carbon nanotubes. Dude, I'm 80% microplastics. Bruce is a little weird for not releasing at least the 2. Well, they're not weird. It's just the bed is the bed because they reuse the same bed on the Mark IV series as they do on the Core 1. 256 was never a standard until like 2 years ago when Bamboo came out with 256. 256 was never a thing before Bamboo came out with 256. The only reason it's common now is because everyone is freaking lazy as shit and just copies whatever the hotness is, right? So, 256 millimeter enclosed Core XY is the cool thing. Everyone makes 256 millimeter enclosed Core XYs now. Like, again, I made, here, let me pull up my stupid meme that I made like 2 years ago and it's still relevant. Where is it? There we go. I made this stupid thing like 2 years ago, but it's like, wow, it's like every modern printer is a 256 millimeter enclosed Core XY. Like, Voron did 256 before it was cool. Well, technically, Voron's 254. For those that don't know, a Voron bed is actually 254. Because a Voron bed is 10 inches. Voron beds are actually designed with inches in mind. So Voron beds are 10, 12, and 14. They're not 250, 300, and 350. If you look at the CAD, the beds are inches. I don't know if like the current revision actually probably has a 250 bed, but the original Voron is designed around 10-inch beds, or it was an 8-inch originally on the V1 because America. So yeah, it was 10, 12, 14 because Max went down to a local metal supply and the beds were in inches, or the metal that he used for the beds were in inches because that's what it was sold as. It was in America. So that's why there's a little bit of extra travel on Vorons, because it's designed with a 250 bed, but the bed is actually a 10-inch bed. So you actually have like 4 millimeters of extra travel on the XY. At least in the original design, it's changed over the years and whatnot, because we haven't changed the frame. Like the original frame is still the original frame size, I think. Which is why originally, like on a V2.0, the original Voron V2.0, you had a 250 millimeter cube print volume. We've lost a bit of Z over the years because we haven't made the frame bigger because of legacy support. So the frame has stayed the same size, but the tool head got taller. So we've lost Z. So. But yeah, Bamboo decided 256, and then everyone copied Bamboo because nobody can come up with an original idea in 3D printing until one person comes up with an original idea in 3D printing. Then everyone copies that original idea until it's not original anymore. So yeah, so the fact that like the Prusa, yeah, it's got an oddball size bed. I don't even know what it is. It's like 250 by 240 or something by 250 on the Core 1, I think. But anyways, long story short, I've managed to print, you know, pretty much every part of the 378 parts for this Gundam at 200% scale. There's only been like a handful of parts that won't fit on the Core 1s. Like, you know, every part of this was off a Core 1 or was able to be printed on a Core 1 if I wanted to. Obviously, some were printed on XLs and Mark IVs, but it is what it is. Usually you run out of height before you run out of XY, I found. Even on the big printer, the Venture XL, there's been a couple prints where you can run at, to a certain size, you run out of XY before you run out of, or you'll run out of height before XY, or the other way around, I can't remember. So, people copying a good idea. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, there's like, I see people, you know, you chirp China all the time, right? Oh, they just copy, they just copy, they just copy. It's like, right now, a good example is China is getting into reusable rockets, okay? Reusable rockets are the future. SpaceX has shown that, right? Why throw away the booster when you can reuse it dozens of times? So China is coming out with rockets that have reusable boosters. And surprise, they look a lot like SpaceX rockets. And a lot of people are like, well, they're copying SpaceX. And it's like, well, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, make a car, you're probably going to use 4 tires. And the front 2 are probably going to be for steering. And the doors are going to be on the side. And the engine's going to be in the front. And the gas tank's going to be in the back. Because, well, they all do it that way because it works. So if they're doing it that way because it works, why would we try and reinvent the wheel? Now, when it comes to IP theft and whatnot, I ain't diving into that. But in terms of like, well, they figured out that this way works. Why would we try and, if we're going to do it ourselves, why would we try and relearn it? We know that way works. We'll just start there where we know it works. So, yeah. When's the turtle installation on the Venture XL? I don't know when. I might wait for it to get a little bit cooler because we got to work on the other side of the garage for that, and it's stupid hot lately. I need to get it enclosed. I need to get the Venture XL enclosed. I actually need to go visit a sign place and see. There is a place in town that makes ACM panels, and I want to see what I can do about getting some custom ACM panels made for it. So we'll see. I gotta get it enclosed first. So. Because they cheat. Oh, John, I'm not denying those things happen. I'm also not denying that European countries do it and American companies do it, and it is what it is, right? If you think China's the only one doing that kind of shit, you live in a fantasy world. But I'm not saying they're not doing it. I'm just saying when you see somebody doing something and it works, and now you're trying to do it too, you're probably going to start by doing the way they're doing it. So. The most praise it. Oh, I know. Hey, part's done. Hot. 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 Actually, hot. It's only 110. That came out really nice. Like, legit, really nice. Okay. Home, filament, unload filament. I am not dealing with filament getting stuck in there. Okay. So, wow, that actually, so this is ESD ABS. It was a little wet, printed on the Mark IV. First layer. Unfortunately, it's not PPS, so it doesn't do the twang noise. Okay, let's get some heat sets installed in this. Get some heat sets installed, and then we will mount it all up, and then hopefully we get this Get this movable feast underway. How did you dry your PPS? I just use the poly dryers on the highest setting, and it worked so far. That on? That is on. Yep. That's something Bamboo can't compete with. The next few feeling smart and kind of generous folks. So amazing. Cheers. I don't know. I pop in the Bamboo subreddit and Discord every now and then just to see what's up, and it's a lot of the same. I totally touched the hot end. That was hot. Okay, so I'm gonna need some self-tappers now. And hopefully, I didn't screw this up and this works. So we'll see how well this works. Budget printer in your mind. It was like, who was it? Zombie Hedgehog. Was it yesterday? He tweeted, he's like, I haven't looked in Prusas in a while. What are people's thoughts on or whatever? And I'm like, honestly, if you come up to me and you're like, hey, I want a 3D printer, there's no way I can tell you what printer to buy, right? With that information. If you're like, hey, 3D printing, it kind of looks interesting. I might get into it. What do you suggest? And I'd be like, well, are you just thinking about it? Like, you're like, yeah, okay, probably something like an A1, Centauri Carbon, something like that. But if it's like, no, I'm going to school for like architectural engineering or something, and I need a printer that I can rely on for the next couple years, it goes right to Prusa. The moment you need that printer for like business or whatever, and it's not like you're fitting out a farm, because like, okay, I get, you know, being cheap when it comes to like getting printers for a farm or whatever, because, you know, quantity is a quality of its own. But when it comes to like, you know, you're serious about, you want a printer that you can rely on, you know you're going to get support with it for years to come, it's like, you can't argue with a Prusa. Especially with like, the fact that like, if you bought a Bamboo X1 the day it came out and you've been following software updates, you have less features on them, you have less capabilities on the machine now than the day you bought it, because they've taken away stuff. I don't agree with that at all. So it's like, well, now I just don't trust you as a company. So. Hopefully I put these in deep enough. There we go. There we go. Now, we have our end stop on the end. Now we got to mount all this back on. Oh, that cracked. That cracked a little bit. So that's not good. I mean, I'm not worried about it falling apart. Get a little bit of glue. There we go. Just put a little dabble, do ya? This is very brittle plastic, I got a feeling. So we'll just put a little dab there. Okay. So now, gotta mount this back on here. What's the plastic? ABS, but it's ESD ABS, so electrostatic safe ABS. I just found a spool of it. I was like, oh, we'll give it a try, see how it goes. But pretty brittle stuff apparently. So if it doesn't work, I'll just replace it with my regular Polylite ABS part. I mean, it should be fine. Like, I'm not worried about it breaking, but. Okay, let me take a look at my pictures here that I took to see how I had all my wires going. I did not take enough pictures of the wires. So you go there. You're supposed to be on. There we go. Okay. You're gonna go like that. You're gonna go like that. You're gonna go like that. Okay. So you gotta come up over. You. Okay. The question is, after all of this, does this end stop even work? That is the question. If it doesn't work, what's the point? It does not work. It collides right here. it collides by like a fraction. We got a collision error. Dang it. I have to move it that way about 1 millimeter. It don't work. Great. Great. It don't work. I'll show you. I'll take a picture. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. That is annoying. That is annoying. Oop. Yeah, see here. You can see it's just clipping that. It's supposed to hit this top right there, but it's hitting right there. So it's like, it's so close. So how can you shift holes? Is there a quick command to shift these 2 holes 2 millimeters this way? I want to move it 2 millimeters. I want to move it 2 millimeters. I mean, I could just delete that. And then sketches. Move. Ooh, nope, can't do that. Is there a way to move a line? Move. Two mil? I mean, I'll just do this. Screw it. Line. 2 millimeters. I'll do it the Neanderthal way. Circle. 1.75. Circle. 1.75. That doesn't seem right. No, that's right. Yeah, it's just 2 millimeters over. Yeah. There we go. That was painful to watch. There we go. There we go. So hopefully That clears all of that. Should be good. Okay. Body, save as, oh, nope, cancel. Okay, I gotta get this off the printer. Because we gotta do it all over again. Okay. Yeah, see, so that one's... Which one's the old one? This is the old one, right? Yeah, that's the old one. There's the old one. There's the new one. And now I'm paranoid if this is the new one. So we're going to delete that. There we go. Slice now. Pretty simple. Send to connect. Why edit? I don't know. Because I am not a... I'm very... when it comes to CAD. So, unfortunately, while this one came out really nice in some shiny ABS, it's garbage. So, we gotta wait for that to print now. Ooh, print's done. And I can clear this off. Home, filament, unload. This is the last white pieces for the Gundam I had to print. We are officially done with white filament for the Gundam. Because we had a bunch of pieces that were like, try and print this. Try and print this. Like, it's just annoying. There's no flat surface on this at all that you can print. Just like, support. But these are, I think, for the grills on the Gundam's face. How you doing? Are you unloading? Oh, it is unloaded. Okay. Sweet. Stefan's insert. You don't need an insert remover. All you do is you just rock it out. Like, the tool is cool, but I've never needed the tool for removing inserts. All you do is you have a heat set iron by itself. You just heat it up and then you just peel it out. Like, I don't want to harp on it, but a heat set removing tool is the most German thing ever. It is such a German thing, and I give Stefan all the credit for having that product on his store. Like, it'll probably be actually useful for something like this, because these ones are, whatchamacallit, like the material's hard. But like, here, I'll show you. We'll take this off, because I gotta take this off. So, take this board off. But unfortunately, this whole thing's got to go bye-bye. Undo you. Undo you. Because odds are, if you're taking the heat sets out, like the advantage the tool has, I'll admit, is it does less damage to the printed part. So if you need to save the part, like you installed the wrong insert and you need to save the part, okay, I get it. I get using the tool. But if you're just removing parts from a part because it's like, well, I'm rebuilding my Voron and I've reprinted all the parts. I don't want to throw out all these perfectly good heat sets that are just chilling in plastic. Grab your iron. Plug it in. I don't even know if this iron works anymore. Hopefully it does. Find out in a minute. Let it heat up. Skip the warm up. Mike, but he can't hear your printer at all. Oh, I run noise canceling. I have an AC unit running right behind me. So I run noise canceling when I stream. So between the fans and the AC unit going and the printers running, I run noise canceling during my live streams. It makes for a better user experience, a better viewer experience without having to hear the whole time. Although I'll be honest, printers got really quiet, so it's not that big of a deal anymore. Yep. So unfortunately, I think the bin I have for the head parts is downstairs, so I gotta bring these downstairs. And actually, I think, is that print done? Sam Squanch is gonna be going for a bit. Yep, the XL's done, sweet. I can get more feet going. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, this stuff is this hot? Okay, if your heat set iron is plugged in and you can hold it from the tip, like that lady in that soldering. Look at me, I'm soldering my motherboard. Yeah, this heat set iron is dead. But yeah, all you would normally do is you would just heat up your iron. Just do that, and you just kind of... Oh, wow, this stuff really fell apart. Wow, this ESD ABS has no layer adhesion. Okay, maybe it was a bad idea to use that to begin with. Yeah, so this iron's dead. Oh, okay, it actually was heating up right at the very end there. Okay. Can I just, like, pull the heat set out? Yeah, this ABS is horrible. I mean, it's very brittle. They did warn me it was very brittle. There we go. Save one insert. Dylan! Remember, for 41 months. Jeez. Remember, don't forget, we are doing the giveaway at the end of stream, hopefully. Nozzle cleaning failed. What do you mean nozzle cleaning failed? Retry. You have a clean nozzle. You're the cleanest nozzle in the world. Print. I just want this to home. I just want this to home so that the next stream we can do. Oh wow, this stuff is like carbon. Like it. Yeah. Like it just kind of chunks. Like it's almost like graphite. It's almost like a graphite. It's weird. What mic do I use? Like right now, these are DJI lav mics, DJI mic 1s. I use mic 2s for my mobile setup. But in the garage here, DJI little lav mics. They're nice because I have 2 of them. I have the case right here. So if I were to do like a stupidly long stream for whatever reason and they die, I could just swap to the other one because the receiver's just plugged in. So. Okay. So yeah, it's now we gotta wait for that to print. Yay. Oh, I can unload this at least. And that is another spool of filament finished because I'm done with white and there's no point. So another spool for the pile. How much filament is this? I don't think I have my scale. I think my scale's inside. Oh, what is that, like 50 Gs? All right, another spool empty. Check the plug in the iron. See how it has 1? It's unplugged. So this iron's dead. In the bin. In the bin. That explains why that wasn't working. Fun fish fact. You need 2 prongs for to make a circuit. Well, while we wait for that to print, I might as well do more Gundam stuff. Could have, oh, dude, it's a $15 soldering iron I bought like 5 years ago. It deserves retirement in the chip bin. What am I doing for dinner? What am I doing for dinner today? No idea. What am I doing for dinner? What did we do yesterday? I did hot dog yesterday. I ever tell you I love PLA supports on pet sheet parts? Like, this was printed face down like this. And it's just like, oh no. I have supports stuck in areas that are... Oh, well, that came out. This is the, for those wondering, this is the ankle joint of the Gundam. This is the ankle joint, I think. One of the... These parts are printed a little strong. These parts I printed with like 15% infill and 3 walls, I think. So I'm trying to make the Gundam bottom heavy. Like a glove. Look at that cool pattern. That's cool. Oh, there's the ball joint. Cool. Yeah, this was off the XL. I have been, by the way, the video this weekend may be just a talking video, because I've yet to do a proper review on any of the Pruses that I have. I know I did like a quick video on the Core 1 after I got it put together, but I think for the video this weekend on the channel, I'm just gonna do a quick. I've had new Prusas for months. These are my thoughts. So not quite a review of the Mark IV, the XL, and the Core 1, but like, hey, I've been using these machines quite a bit. Like, you know, let's see here. Core 1, 2. Statistics. So in the past 90 days, it has almost 500 hours of printing. Yeah. You can see when I started printing Gundam parts. Because it has printed 7 kilograms of PET-G in the past like 60 days. in the last month, it's printed 4 kilograms. But yeah. So, yeah. Have you tried using an ABS support interface for PLA and vice? No, ABS would be hard to do because of the temperature differential. PETG and PLA are what you use. So PLA with PETG or PETG with PLA. So I think I don't have any out here. Yeah, I think all the parts I have out here are just straight PETG. The only ones I have with PLA supports I just cleared off. But ABS, you can use hips, I believe. I don't know if they bond, but hips you can dissolve with lemon juice. I don't know, I don't know what it's called. But you can dissolve it with that. So PLA with, also you can use PLA with TPU as well. So, but yeah, the problem with ABS for PLA is the temperature difference, because the PLA, you want a bed that's 50 or 60 Celsius. ABS, you want a bed that's 100, 110. So the problem is you're going to melt the crap out of those first couple layers of ABS or of PLA if you're printing with a 100 bed, or you're going to print with the bed too cold and the ABS ain't going to stick to the bed. So PETG, at least you can print with like a 70 bed, which is only a little bit hotter than PLA. So what I do is I print with a 70 bed, and yeah, the PLA sticks really good to the bed and it's a little mushy, but it's support, so I don't care. So yeah, for tool changer. Yeah. So yeah, I think the video this weekend will just be like, hey, I've had these printers for months now. What are my thoughts on it and what mods have I done? Because I've upgraded a few. I've done a few things. That one's running a stock nozzle for now because unfortunately the Obsidian high flow nozzle jammed on me and I got to fix it. But that's regular. That one has a diamond backed. That Mark IV there, I've replaced the duct on it, and it's got a Fadus DLC nozzle, I think, in it. And then downstairs, the XL, I've done a Bowden tube swap on it, so it's got the bigger Bowden tubes on some of the tools for like flexibles, less friction. One of the tools has a hardened nozzle, it's got an Obsidian nozzle, and then also it's got a fan on it, because that XL was out here and it was overheating. So, also on that one, that Mark IV is running topless. The little cover plate for the buddy board I have removed because it was overheating. So, PETG is super hard to print. Every time I try, it's always kind of doesn't stick to the bed at all. Clean your bed, or you ready? Ready? I'm gonna shill. Go buy Vision Miner. Go buy this stuff. Okay, Vision Miner nano adhesive. I have a link in the video description. It's an affiliate link. Help support the channel. And I think you save 10% too with that affiliate link, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what they told me. So yeah, go buy this stuff. Literally every single printer bed I have, okay, this is the Pantheon bed, but I'm just using it as an example. Every printer I have, and the reason this is the smooth bed is because every printer I have, I either have a satin bed on it or a textured bed. Or like this Core 1 here has a cryo grip bed. But a textured PEI bed, either fine texture or satin. I love satin, but that's just me. So textured PEI bed or satin. Clean it really good, soapy water. Get some Dawn dish soap, the same stuff you save the baby seals from like Exxon and whatnot. Clean it real good, no oils or grease. Put a thin coat of Vision Miner, brush it on, let it dry. That's it. Every bed I use the exact same setup and it works perfectly. PLA, PETG, TPU. This sticks really good when it's hot. You let it cool down and it pops off. Sometimes it sticks a little too good, and if it does, just get yourself a Panda Edge. But yeah, this is my go-to. I put this shit on everything. So, but yeah, I'm literally printing. I've been printing. I have printed like 20 kilograms of PETG in the past like month and a bit. Yeah, I've had like no issues. I've had the odd part warp a little bit, just from me not cleaning the beds enough, because like, you know, they get used a lot. You touch them, especially when you start flexing stuff off and whatnot, you end up touching the bed. But yeah, it's the machines have been workhorses. So like here, let's see here. Yeah, like so. Core 1 in the past 90 days, I think, when did I start printing the Gundam parts? I think it's around here. So 2 months. So in the past 2 months, I have 489 hours on Core 1-2, printed 7 kilograms of PETG. Core 1 in the past 90 days has 337 hours, and that's printed 7.4 kilograms of PETG. A lot of downtime, unfortunately, due to like prints finishing at like 2 in the morning and me not getting it to them until like 9 a.m. or whatever. Plus, again, this one I had for a bit, but I started printing Gundam parts around here. What was this one? Oh yeah, that one stopped for a while. Ran out of filament. I ran out of filament. I had to like leave it for like half the day until a shipment showed up. Yeah, so that's 7. There's 14 kilograms of filament on just the 2 Core 1s. The XL has printed 14 kilograms of PETG for the Gundam so far. So we're at 30 kilograms of PETG. Because 7, what is it? 7, and 14. This has 573 hours on it. And then I've also been using Sam Squanch. Where's Sam Squanch? This is my Mark IV's. This one in the past 90 days has done 8 kilograms of PETG and 434. This one has printed more than the Core 1s because I've been using it for like the big bulk. Like if it's just a block type part, like parts like this that are just big dumb parts, this is what the Mark IV's has been doing. So yeah. So what do we got? We got 8 kilograms of PETG so far. So 8. Get a calculator going here so I don't. We got 8 plus 14 . 7.5. 7. Okay, so far for the Gundam, I've printed 36 kilograms of plastic. There you go. We're up to 36 kilograms of plastic on the Gundam so far. Thank you, Prusa. So yeah, so I think that's enough, you know, printing 36 kilograms of filament on the past like 6 or 2 months. I think that's enough printing to qualify to do a my thoughts on the printers so far, I think. So almost 80 pounds. Now, granted, a lot of that is waste. I've had parts fail. I've had a few parts fail. Either I didn't slice them right, or I did have 1 or 2 layer shifts. I did have one tool head get knocked off the XL from a fail. So I have had some failures. I've probably scrapped about 1 kilogram of parts that I either had like, I had one of the core ones was layer shifting. Was layer shifting at the beginning, and then it hasn't shifted since, but it took out like 2 parts near finished. So probably about 1 kilogram of waste, plus also this is filled up to here is support. So this is my support bin. This is most of the supports has been in here. So this is filled with support. I should just fill that with epoxy when I'm done and turn it into a nightstand. Hey, I can grab my 1, 2, 3 blocks back. There's my block of aluminum. Okay, how's that coming? 61%. Actually, while that's doing that, I'm going to run downstairs and grab a spool of filament so I can actually start printing stuff on the Core 1 here, because I need to print more Gundam parts. So let me go grab some filament. How is the pile of filament coming along? Oh, jeez. That is a lot. Okay, how are you printing? Are you printing good? Yeah, you're still printing good. Okay, so carbon fiber PET G and anthracite gray. Oh, here. Go. Yeah, the Gundam's going to be heavy, and I'm printing it specifically with heavier settings for the lower stuff, so it's bottom heavy. So here, I'm going to put a picture in the Discord. This is the current tower of spools that I've completely gone through. So this is all the spools that are completely empty so far from this project. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that's 26 kilograms of empty spools. I think I didn't save a spool or 2 at the beginning. Plus I have a bunch of spools that are partial. So a lot of the spools that were colors like red, blue, whatever, I only used a couple like partial spools because I had like, well, I'm going to print all the parts on 3 printers. So I loaded 3 spools up, printed, but I still have the spools have like half to a quarter still on it. So plus I don't think this counts support material. The support material spools have been a couple, like I've gone through probably 6 or 7 spools of PLA for support material on the XL, because I've been using it as an excuse to finish off a bunch of old crappy spools of PLA that have just been sitting around for years. So I'm using that as support material on the XL. So when it runs out, I just chuck it, because a lot of them are like polymaker spools or spools that like came with like the anchor, like the demo spools some companies give you. So I've been using a lot of that for like just getting rid of it. So, okay, let's load you up, because you have a hardened nozzle, so I can actually print carbon fiber out here. But yeah, one of the biggest reasons I'm doing this project on the Prusas is they all have power resume, and they all have really good filament runout detection. So if a spool runs out, they are very good at pausing the print and then resuming it at a later date, like once you get, reload it. I've had to do that quite often on a lot of these printers because I'm printing so many things. I want to run the spools dry. So many of the parts, like these parts right here, these were printed with 3 spools, because I finished off like 3 spools, like 2 partials and then a full. So this was a day and 8-hour print that took 2 days, because both times it ran out of filament was like an hour after I left the house for like 10 hours. Like literally, like it ran out of filament the first time just after I went to bed, and I didn't realize it. And then I woke up in the morning, okay, that partial spool was empty. I put another partial spool on to like, okay, I'm gonna finish this spool off. And then we went out for the day, and about like 3 hours after leaving the house, my phone goes off, like I get the push notification from Prusa. It's like, oh, error on XL, please attend printer. And I'm like, it ran out. And then I got home like another 6 hours after that and swapped it over, and all was good. Prusa don't care. Okay, so let's load up Prusa slicer here. I need to print a part. What part are we gonna print? Not you, not you, not you, not you. Not you. I need to print some parts. All right, so I got to print carbon fiber parts now. So we got the Prusa Core 1. It doesn't have a high flow. This is Prusament PETG carbon fiber. 2 walls, that's fine. What are you beeping at? Yep, that filament is loaded correctly. Auto retracting. I love the auto retract on the Core 1s. It's actually really nice. Okay, so we got Gundam, legs, right leg. We start with the right leg. Okay. So RL 6 and 6 are already printing. So let's do, I don't know, 23, 24? 23, 24. %. Are these flat bottom? They are, sweet. Okay. Oh, I do need some support. So this is the problem. A lot of this doesn't sit flat. So that, I think we can just do that. That'll bridge. I'll just do whatever. I'll just put support there. Fuck it. I think that'll be it. Okay. Okay, that's that. That's that. Support forces only. Boom. See what I mean? Like a lot of these parts are like, when you scale them up, you have to do like this, like, see what I mean? That doesn't want to sit flat. So I can either like shave off 0.1 millimeter off the bottom of both, or just hope it prints flat. And so far I've just been like letting it print and it's been fine so far, so. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, send to connect. Core 1, 2, set ready, print now. And that is 233 grams of filament. Off we go. Don't you love how the printer throttles back to an idle mode when waiting for new filament? Yeah, it's not bad. Like, half the reason I got rid of the bamboos, because for those that don't, I used to have a bamboo X1 out here and then a bamboo P1 downstairs. And I just found myself using them less and less as time went on because of their workflow. Like the way you have to use their printers, I didn't like it. It got annoying. Like the fact that it's like, when I can just do this. Okay? I can see the status of all my printers and check on them all at once. I don't know if Bamboo Studio's been, or Orca's been updated for that, but last time I used it, you can only like monitor one printer at a time. Whereas this, I can just see all my printers at once. Like little stuff like that made it really annoying to work with the Bamboos. Like it's just their workflow didn't match the workflow I used with all my other printers. Like, yeah, there's a different workflow from like my Vorons and the Prusa still, but it's close enough that it doesn't like annoy me. Whereas with like the Bamboos, it's like, okay, I have to use their, like, they were like their own completely separate thing. Like I had to have their own, like their own way of doing it. It was annoying. So I just stopped using them. I know there's home assistant. That's the thing. I don't want to go through a whole home assistant thing. Like I don't want to deal with all that shit. Hey, print's done. Okay. So hopefully, I don't burn myself because you know what? I'm gonna throw you in the freezer. Hot, 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 hot in the freezer. The joy of having a beer fridge in the garage. You can just throw prints into the freezer. Okay, so we are going to be doing the giveaway in a minute. The plan is basically to get the board plugged in, and then once the board's plugged in, do a home and call it a day. That is kind of the plan. So, no, my gamer subs. There we go. Plug you in. There. I don't know where those heat sets that I took out were that I wanted to reuse. I guess I will get new ones. Yep. Okay, so hopefully this works. I'm not going to unload the filament until I know for sure this works. Have I used PCTG yet? I have not. I got to put in a big order with Polymaker soon. I found my company card, so I got to put in a big order and get a bunch of stuff ordered. Go. Try not to touch it this time and don't want to burn myself. That would hurt. Okay, so that is that. Now mount you on here and hopefully you clear this time. Oh yeah, let's accidentally hold the heat set. Well, it didn't crack this time, so that's good. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Okay, we can skip absorbing the heat. The garage is freaking like 40 degrees. We can skip absorbing heat. Okay. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so instead of trying to mount the board, we are going to see if it fits first. So the downside is I have the CAD for the whole tool head, but I don't have the CAD for the XY joint. So I can't see if there's an interference in the CAD. I have to print it out, put it together, and then see if it works. So we will find out right now if this works. It does not. It is hitting that, and it's not triggering. So let's see what we can do here. Is this just a pin? Yeah, that's just a pin. So let's see here. So that's an M3. I'm wondering how long is this? Because I need something that'll sit out to there. So I'm gonna have to 3D print an end stop. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to have something stick out ever so slightly to trip that. It's right there. Essentially, I just need something to stick out ever so slightly to trip it. It is right there. So, what do we have? A V0 end stop. A V0 end stop would work. I'm gonna go steal a part off of V0. I'll be back in a minute. While I'm gone, Taff Fox is in charge. I'll be back. Back in 1 second. I'll be back. Steal a screwdriver. Also, I'm gonna talk to myself while I'm gone. So I'll be back. Actually, is there one on here? No. I'm gonna go steal a part. Stealing parts off printers is fun. If it works, I'll print a replacement. Okay. Where are you? Where is a part I can steal? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Really? Okay, let's see. Steal you. Okay, let's see. Come with me. How's that printing? Printing's really nice. Okay. I don't know if this will work. This might not work. We'll see in a second. Okay. Okay, we'll see. See if this works. Okay. I stole a piece. So I don't know if this will work. Haha! It works. Okay. In that case, because it can't stick up that high. Behold, see? Now we have an end stop. We have an end stop. Sweet. Okay, so now I can mount everything to this. We can power it up, and then we can make it home. And then if it homes, we're good. I just want it to home. And I will make this proper, by the way. This is just a quick, hacky, temporary thing for now. But if it works proper, I will properly install it. I dropped a screw into the electronics bay. I don't know where it went. That's not good. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I don't know why I have sea shanty stuck in my head. I don't even play RuneScape. But I do. Did I not tighten? I don't think I tightened it properly before I put this on. This is way too loose. This is moving way too much. There we go. Bloody hell. Quit dropping screws in the electronics bay. Yeah, that helps if you tighten those. There we go. Okay. Now we try this again. That one. That's that one. Where did all these screws that I dropped go? Here's one. I don't know where the other one went. Hopefully it didn't fall into the power supply. That would be real bad. A lot of paperwork. What are we modding? We're installing. Oh, I heard it. Oh, broke the screen again. Oh, there's the screw. I have snapped the stupid screen on this thing so many times. Rigid mounting screens on the front of a printer is never a good idea. Okay. Now we hook everything up. Power it up. We should be laughing. You're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. On here, so I don't accidentally. Pinch it. I think. Oh, dude, that clears. Okay, so we got to make this lower profile. But it does home. So now we can power it up. Hopefully, we get it to home. And then I still have to install a proper mount for the cable, because I need something to attach this wire to as well for stress relief. So let's power it up. And then if all goes well, if it homes, that's pretty much it for the stream, because we are running a little late. So if you want to enter to win some Polymaker filament, do it now, because we will be doing the draw at the end of stream, which is coming up very soon. And then also, while you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, ring the bell. If you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Best way to support the channel is that way, because other people get to hang out when we do members only stuff too. Yeah, I broke the screen again. I have glooped this together so many times. Okay. So let's see here. So Seaboard Trident. So machine, printer.cfg. So now we do not have, this is gone. This is gone. I don't think I need the DAG pin as well, so I'll just. And then it is not virtual end stop. It is, because, okay, where's Y? because it is save Jupyter front. Is it just SW1 or 0? Okay, which one is which actually? Shoot, is it SW1 or SW0? SW0. So that would be SW0. So that would be that, copy that. SW0. Save and restart. It's not a valid pin. Okay, so what is the actual pin then? It's SW0. But what is the actual... There's SW0. Front. Yeah, it's a pin. It shows it as a pin. Oh, it's PA8. PA8. And it's pulled high. Okay, so... Save and restart. Jupyter. Oh. Okay, there we go. So, triggered. Okay, so now, where's that end stop? There it is. Where is it? It's under there. Okay. Click. Nope, it is not showing up. Pull high, maybe? I gotta pull high for it to work. Software is ready. Come on. Okay. So let's just double check. So end stop Y is working. Okay. Now, triggered, open, open, triggered. So theoretically, home X, home Y. Oh, what do we hit? We hit something. What do we hit? Oh. Oh, we hit. Okay. Crash condition. This hits there. We got a crash condition back here. Another crash condition. So let's disable the motors. See if I can bump. I need to move that end stop out ever so slightly because it oh, it is close. It is so close. Yeah, that one's fine, but that, okay. So can I slide you out at all? I don't know. Oh shoot, that is like rigid mounted. I don't know if I could slide that out. We may have to like bend the arm at it, bend the crap out of the arm. I might just bend the crap out of the arm. We'll just bend the crap out of the arm. Home X. Home Y. Yeah, we'll just bend the crap out of the arm. How's that? Clearance, we're good. Yeah. So we are gonna have to create all new no-go zones with this, because unfortunately, with this tool head being as big as it is, we can't get anywhere close. Here, watch, disable the motors. So with the motors disabled, like, oh. Bro, that clears. Okay, so we can't go that far. So we can go to about here, print volume wise. So there. And about there, because we're gonna collide with the beacon will hit the Z rod. So yeah, so we're definitely going to have to readjust what we have available for XY volume, but should I try Z home? No beacon model loaded. Oh, okay. Well, we'll fiddle with the beacon later. But yeah, I think we're good. I mean, it took a little longer than I thought, and we did have to do a little bit more faffing than I expected. But I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. My Z was already triggered. Was it? Home all. No beacon model loaded. Yeah. I think we got to do a whole calibration thing with the beacon anyways. But, I mean, for now, this works pretty good. This seems to work pretty good. We did have to bend the crap out of an end stop to make it work. And we did have to do a little bit of hackery. But the joys of 3D printing, we were able to 3D print 2 iterations of a design to suit our needs, and now it's working. Does it heat up? That's a good question. We should probably check that. 200 degrees on the hot end. Go. Okay, one of the fans is going. So it is heating up. I don't know why one of the fans is pulsing. Oh my God. That is crazy. That moves so much air. For some reason, just the back fan is going right now. I think only one, yeah, only one of the MOSFETs is on. So we're gonna have to play around with the config and everything. Because I think like it has like one fan set up or something. Because we don't have a heatsink fan on this. Look how slow it's heating, cooling down. There's a lot of thermal mass. Okay, so what happens if we put both the fans at max? All the fans at max. Okay, we're only getting one fan going. This fan ain't wanting to do anything. That fan ain't wanting to do anything. The back fan's going, but it's like pulsing. Champ fan, 100%, yeah. So we're probably gonna have to play around with fan assignment and a bunch of stuff. But I don't think we have any of the fans set up. So. We'll just turn that off for now. But yeah. Productive stream, guys. That was a productive. Yeah, we probably got to set up multi-pin and a bunch of stuff. Like right now, I think it's. I just have like a basic config on here that I got from Luke, so we're probably gonna have to set up for the pins and everything. But for now, I think we're in a pretty good spot. I mean, the fact that we got the M stops working is nice. So I think we're going to call it there. Let's do this giveaway. I will give you, you have like 1 minute. I'll give you 2 minutes to enter for the giveaway. If you did not enter, link in the video description. While you're down there, if you want to help support the channel, content I create and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or just like the smash button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Your name pops up here on the screen if you subscribe. See, we got Osh. Oh God, of course it's somebody whose name I can't pronounce. Osh Yoga 36. See, thank you for becoming a channel member, or a thank you for subscribing. There we go. If only I could be as productive. Well, here's the thing, like, it's funny how much downtime a lot of these printers have, because I only work on them on stream. Because it's stream content. Stream content is we work on printers and we do everything on camera. So it's like, yeah, I can, you know, I probably could have, you know, CADed these up last night and had it all ready to go. But then, like, that's not what we do on stream. On stream, we do that stuff. So it's like, yeah, I do work on printers off camera, obviously. But it's like, nope, this is a stream project, so we do everything on stream. So. I've got to figure out what I'm doing for dinner now. I forgot, I didn't take anything out of the freezer. Shoot. Did it miss? No, Vitaly, we all we got is an end stop setup. We had to figure out how to mount an end stop to something that doesn't have an end stop mount. So we did some CAD work, designed a bracket. It didn't work, so we CADed it again, and now it works. So it does home on the XY. So next stream, we will get it. We get the beacon set up. I want to get everything set up, make the machine working, and then we'll go and swap over to Calico after, I think. So it'd be nice to get it up and working with a baseline config, get all the bugs sorted out. Because the downside is this has gone through so many different revisions. Like, this is a Seabore Quad XY. I've swapped out the main board, because originally it had a knockoff Raspberry Pi, like it had like an H4 or whatever. So now it has a Raspberry Pi. So I've done a bunch of config editing already. And then we've gone ahead and swapped out the entire tool head with its own new tool head board, added an extra power supply. So it's like, we're just stacking up stuff. How's the printer printing? Oh, it's printingly. Great. Okay. So, let's do this giveaway. Who wants to win some filament? Behold, the tower of filament sacrificed to the Gundam. I'm assuming this can't be right. Or, no, maybe PLA. No. Yeah, this ain't right. So, it doesn't keep track of multi stuff. So this can't be right. Let me pull up the Excel. Printers, Excel. Statistics. Yeah, so according to this, in the past 90 days, the XL has printed nothing but PETG, 14 kilograms of PETG, but it hasn't. It's been printing PLA support. So it can't keep track of, I'm assuming whatever the main filament is, it counts. It doesn't count the PETG. Oh, Vitaly, get to 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. I seen you had some CNC mounts. Are they, gotta look. We may have to talk because I'm gonna be building a stealth changer in a bit, and I gotta figure out how to go about that. And I seen a picture of a bracket. I don't know if that's for stealth changer or what. Okay, let's do the giveaway. But we may have to do a little chat for some promotion stuff. Accepting responses. There we go. Okay. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Delete all that. Paste that. File save. Marbles on stream. Make a Tesla tower. I don't think cardboard and plastic are the proper material you need for a Tesla tower. I don't think that's the right material. Okay, continue. Race. Let's see, add names. Clear, open. 255 players, random, bots, 255, play. Also, I got a Jabberwocky kit came in. I got a kit from LDO for Jabberwocky, so we got to figure out what to put that on. Okay, how this works, if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker, plain and simple. But if I pick your ball, you are the luckiest ball in the world, and that means if your ball wins, you also win a free hat. So I need to pick up this one right here. No, that one. Wolf Pup. If you win, you get a free hat. Anyone else, if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. Wolf Pup, you'll also get a spool of filament from Polymaker, but you also win a free hat. But it's only if you win. So you got to win. Filament, unload, filament, unload. Where'd I put the... There we go. Oh, it is unloaded. Forgot it auto unloads. Get it with print. Where'd I put that box? There it is. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, it actually greases your ball up and makes it go even faster. So yeah. So load this guy up with filament. Load the filament. There we go. Who's in the lead? Alex the Donut is in the lead. Oh, this is going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh. Alex the Donut. Not by much, but you won. And I just kicked the thing of filament. Oh, we're good. Alex the Donut. Dude. Dang it, now I can go for some donuts. So congratulations, Alex the Donut. Alex the Donut, where are you? Huh? Alex the Donut. There we go. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. So congratulations, Alex the Donut. There was no deaths that round? Well, where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? Homer Donuts here in Montreal. Yeah, but I'm not in Montreal, Rose. I'm like 12 hours away from Montreal. Spam. Dude, I don't know what's going on. I've been getting a ton of spam ad like offers lately, and it's been getting really annoying. Like Collab for Asper X portable charger. Hope you're doing well. I'm Conmi from Asper X, a brand dedicated to high quality battery products such as power banks. We're following on your YouTube content and truly admire everyone admires my creativity. Do I want a portable charger from a company I've never heard from before that uses a Gmail account as their business account? Yeah, totally. I'll do Blue Eddy, but like I've never even heard of you before. Okay. Anyways, Mr. Donut, your email should be on the way. Okay, so we are gonna call it there. Hopefully, if all goes well, next stream with this, we might be pushing plastic. If all goes well. I do have to CAD up a little bracket for mounting the, so we can attach the stress relief there for the cable. But other than that, we should be ready to rock. Everything should be good to go there. So I want to give a shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Also, huge shout out to Luke's Lab for providing the takeoff tool head, the Jupiter board, and the tube for this build series. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Some of them are affiliate links, cost you nothing, go a long way in supporting the channel. Others, like the GamerSups one, 3D Gloop and Vision Miner, use code Canuck, save some money as well. And for those that donate to the channel, give the memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Good night.